It is Tuesday, and we all know what that means. That means it's Tuesday's Tales time. Woohoo! I really need a theme song. If there's someone out there in Facebook land that could write me a theme song that I could be like, la la la, book, yay, 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 book, or something, I don't know. I need a song. Songs would be fun. Welcome to Tuesday's Tales. This is a book that if some of you have heard of it, then you are among the few. And you are aware of a great, classic, wonderful, fabulous, excellent book. But if you haven't heard of it before, you will now. Hooray! And hooray for you. So, this book is called Pancake Pie, and it features the great story of Festus and Mercury. And if you watched my videos during Christmas time that I put online, it was called Merry Christmas, Festus and Mercury, and these are them. And they have a few books out, and they have different names. Like this is the like the English version. Um, so it's like so I think in another version they're called like Fendus and Pedicin, but in this book they're Festus and Mercury. Hey, Miss Hazel, glad you're online. Hi, Miss Fanny. I'm doing well. So let's get started with our book. All right, Pancake Pie by Sven Nordvitz. I'm not, I probably said his name wrong, and I hope I didn't. As a person with a hard name, I know the struggle. It was first published in Sweden, so it sounds Swedish. So maybe I did say it right. I don't know. All right, here we go. There once was a farmer named Festus who had a cat named Mercury. They lived in a little red house with a tool shed, a hen house, a wood shed, an outhouse, and a garden. Mercury had birthdays 3 times a year, just because it was more fun that way. And every time Mercury had a birthday, Festus baked him a pancake pie. See, I need to know what that is, because I like both of those things. All right. One birthday morning, Festus filled a whole basket with eggs, but he did not start the pancake pie. He sat on the bench outside the kitchen door, polishing the eggs. The eggs had to be shiny because Festus liked to do everything the right way. Mercury paced up and down on the bench. "Do you have to polish all of the eggs now?" said the cat. "It'll be time for my next birthday before the pie is ready." Now, if cats could talk, that's definitely a cat. "You're so impatient," sighed the farmer. He left the basket on the bench and took 3 eggs into the kitchen. Mercury was already inside looking for the pie pan. Oh, bless him. Look. Cute baby. All right. Festus broke the eggs into a bowl. "Now we need milk and sugar and a little salt and butter and flour," he said. "Eaten all of the flour, Mercury," he called from the pantry. "I certainly have not eaten all the flour," said Mercury. "Must have done it myself, then," muttered the farmer, scratching his nose. "I'll have to go to the store and buy some. You wait here, Mercury." Festus went out to get his blue bicycle, but Mercury did not want to wait there, and he dashed out ahead of the farmer. Festus was about to ride off on his bicycle when he noticed that the back tire was flat. Did you bite a hole in this tire, Mercury? The farmer grumbled. I certainly never bite holes in tires, the cat spat back. Must have done it myself then, mumbled the farmer, pulling his ear. You wait here, Mercury, and I'll get the bicycle pump from the tool shed. Then I'll fix the tire, go to the store, and buy some flour so we can bake your pancake pie. But Mercury did not want to wait there, so he ran on ahead. Now you'll see in this book there are lots of like little critter things, like little gnomes. And see this little green one here has kind of a face of menace. I think he bit the tire and made it flat. But they don't really ever talk about why these little gnome things are there, so maybe it's not their fault, but he looks pretty suspicious. When Festus got to the tool shed, the door could not be opened, and the key was missing. Why is the door locked? The farmer moaned. Did you lose the key, Mercury? I certainly do not lose keys, Mercury replied. Must have done it myself, then, growled the farmer, poking his ear. He peered in through the window of the shed and tried the door again, but it was still locked. Then he heard Mercury whistle to him from the well. Festus hurried over. Oh, look! There's the key right at the bottom. How am I going to get it out? Festus stared down into the well. I know. I'll fish the key out. Have you got a long stick, Mercury? I certainly have never had a long stick, said Mercury. Must have one myself, then, the farmer said. Somewhere. You just wait here, Mercury, and I'll go find one. Then I'll fish out the key, open the tool shed, fix the tire, go to the store, and buy some flour so we can bake your pancake pie. But Mercury did not want to wait there, and he ran on ahead. Festus and Mercury looked everywhere for a long stick. They looked in the hen house, behind the tool shed, in the garden, in the woodshed, behind the sofa, and in the closet, but they couldn't find a long enough stick anywhere. Is Mercury playing with the saw? What do you think? He kind of looks like he might be playing with that saw. Or at least like juggling it or something. Don't juggle saw. Then Festus remembered that he had a fishing pole in the loft above the tool shed. I'll climb in through the skylight in the roof, he said. But first, I have to get the ladder from behind the woodshed in Hiram's field, where his bull is sleeping and using the ladder as a pillow. We'll have to get it away from him. But how? Festus thought so hard you could hear his brain ticking. Are you any good at bullfighting? He asked Mercury. I certainly have never fought a bull, Mercury gasped. Pity, clucked Festus. Because if we can't get the ladder away from the bull, I can't get the fishing rod down from the loft and get into the tool shed, fix the tire, go to the store, and buy some flour. And then there'll be no pancake pie for your birthday. No pancake pie? Oh my, cried Mercury. Isn't there something I can do? Yes, there is. You wait here, and I'll be right back. This time Mercury waited and did not run on ahead. Oh dear. He looks appalled. Speaking of appalled, we interrupt your story time for a important interruption. Hi, Pumpkin. Would you like to read the story with us? You look kind of like Mercury. All right. So, Mercury is now waiting for Festus to come back. Any moment now. Festus went into the house. He took down one of the flowered kitchen curtains, and he got the old Victrola with the horn. Then he went back outside. He tied the curtain to Mercury's tail. Now you look like a bullfighter in Spain, Festus said. He put a record on the Victrola and cranked it up. Hiram's bull won't sleep through this, cackled the farmer. On your mark, Mercury, get set, but don't go yet. Oh boy. When the Star-Spangled Banner blared out of the Victrola, the bull swiveled around and bellowed. Then he ducked his head toward Festus and Mercury, bunched up all his muscles, ducked his head, and thundered towards them. And the Victrola. Oh dear. Go! Shouted Festus, and Mercury shot off like a rocket with the flowered curtain flapping from his tail. The bull took off after the flapping curtain. Oh, oh my. Oh dear. Festus looks like he's in danger. Oh my. And you're going to be in danger if you don't find a spot to sit still. Look at this cat. This cat is sitting on me. Pick a spot, cat. All right. Sorry to break up that dramatic scene. So, the bull took off after the flapping curtain. Festus crawled under the fence, grabbed the ladder, and got out fast. 3 seconds later, Mercury streaked by with the curtain waving behind him. The bull stood panting at the other end of the field, but Mercury kept going anyway. Good plan, Mercury. Good plan. Oh dear. So, he whizzed past the bench outside the kitchen door. The curtain caught on the egg basket, flipped it over, and all the eggs rolled into the puddle. Festus, who was right behind, tripped on the curtain and sat down on the eggs. Oh no. Did you leave the eggs on the bench, Mercury? Festus howled. I certainly did not leave any eggs on the bench, Mercury hissed. Must have done it myself, then, the farmer hissed back. Then he calmed down because it was Mercury's birthday. I'll have to clean up this mess before I bake your pancake pie, he said. I do like to do things the right way. Festus took a shovel and started scooping up the muddy, eggy mess. Just then Hiram arrived. Hi, neighbor. Working hard as usual, I see, said Hiram. Indeed I am, Festus answered. We're celebrating Mercury's birthday, you see, so I'm making a pancake pie. He emptied the last scoop of eggy mud from the puddle into the bucket and wiped his hands on the seat of his pants. His pants were eggy and sticky, too, so he threw them into the bucket as well. Hiram's jaw dropped. If you only have birthdays 3 times a year, you should have a real celebration, he told Hiram, pressing the pants down into the bucket. Hiram stared at the eggy mud in the bucket. It's my own recipe, said Festus proudly. Hiram nodded slowly. But first, I have to go to the store and buy some flour. Festus took the ladder over to the tool shed, climbed up, and disappeared over the other side of the roof. Hiram stood looking up at the rooftop for a long time. Then he looked at the eggy mud in the bucket and at Mercury pacing back and forth with a flowered curtain tied to his tail. The Victrola had gotten stuck and was wailing, "Home!" home of the brave, 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 brave. Hiram looked up at the roof again and began walking away as fast as he could. Festus had crawled through the skylight into the loft of the tool shed and found the fishing rod. He climbed down again, fastened a hook to the end of the rod, went to the well, and fished out the key. Then he opened the door to the tool shed, fixed the tire, went to the store, bought some flour and some new pants, and went home again and baked a mouth-watering pancake pie for Mercury. Oh, happy birthday to Mercury. Yay! Thank you, Pumpkin, for finally getting off my arm. Then Festus and Mercury sat in the garden, eating pancake pie and playing the Star-Spangled Banner on the old Victrola, just as they always did when Mercury had a birthday. The end. I hoped you liked that story. I liked sharing it. So much fun. So, our Bible story for tonight, we're gonna go to truth number 5. It's not a very long one, but we'll have another one next week. All right. So our truth about God for tonight. Number 5. God is in control. From the grain of sand tossed by the ocean waves to the stars in the far reaches of the universe, God, like the conductor of an orchestra, is at work directing each part of his creation. Nothing moves without his command, and nothing happens outside his control. He commands every rain shower and snowfall, tells the flower buds to bloom and the ocean waves to roll. No one, not even the angels in heaven, can stop God's work in our world. Every minute of every day, God holds the universe together by the word of his power. God is keeping his creation steady so that everything works according to his plan. Rocks are still hard like God planned them to be, and the water still drops and drips like it was designed. While dogs come in different, just as God created them. Because God is in control and cats can't become giraffes. So our verse for today is he upholds the universe by the word of his power. Hebrews 1:3 and Colossians 1:17b. In him all things hold together. We just got cats all over this story today. Huh. All right. So, books for next week. All right. I'm excited about these two. I found them at the library and I thought that they would be very funny to share with y'all. So, think about them. All right. If don't, or it's okay to be different. These are our choices for next week. And they're very different from each other. So be sure to vote in the comments below or vote in my story next week. Looking forward to sharing another story with you. And I'll see you then. Bye.